Hello YouTube, Rocky3 here, back with another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over the DC Universe Classic Sinestro Core Cyborg Superman from Mattel. Yeah, I think it's mostly reused parts from the Cyborg Superman in the DC Superheroes line that they did a while back. But, you know he's fine. No matter what, either way. Really great looking figure, so no one's complaining. I got him at Dragon Con from a vendor for 14 bucks. It was the first thing I bought from him, and then everything else I bought from him for the rest of the convention was discounted. Because he was cool like that. Vendors are cool like that. There were some vendors at G-Fest that gave me discounts if I bought from them multiple times too. So keep that in mind when you go to a convention. If you see a vendor you like, don't buy everything from him at once. So, yeah. Cyborg Superman. Figure I've been wanting for a while, especially the Sinestro Core one since I'm a big Lantern dude. But, who wants to bring him in for a closer look? Yeah? Yeah. Alright, well the detail and paint on this guy are actually really spectacular. I mean, look at this friggin' head sculpt. And you get the Superman side, and it's mostly the Cyborg part. But just the detail, and even the paint apps are just really crazy spectacular. You get the red in the eyes, and the white on the teeth doesn't smear anywhere. It's crazy good. Just look at that head. And then the Sinestro Core Superman symbol looks good. Got all these Cyborg parts here. I mean, this arm is just sculpted so well. All of his rings. Yeah, he has multiple rings because he's that much of a hard ass. Look at that. Did I just curse in a toy review? What? So you got the black and the red. Human hand down here. Well, Kryptonian hand. Legs. Got nice paint ups on the belt. Cape. Cyborg Superman symbol. I mean, he's really just a well-made figure. Really, really cool. So, I don't know. Articulation, anyone? Well, the head can move up and down a bit. Not too terribly much. And side to side, which is pretty easy. But you got in and out on the arm. More so on this arm since it's not hindered by cyber joints. But of course in and out on both elbows and 360 on wrists. Ab crunch, waist swivel, in and out, forward and back. Then you got rotation here, knee bend here, and foot articulation with peg holes. Not that he'll really need him, he stands just fine. But you know, I figured I'd just show that to you real quick, since most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the DCUC articulation. But now, how about we get into some size comparisons. Alright, for our first size comparison of the evening, we have our Cyborg Sinestro Core Superman with Ultraman, also DC Universe Classics, and they scale up just fine together, about the same height. Both Superman villains, so, well, he's really more of a Justice League villain, but... And he's been a Green Lantern villain too, but, you know, never mind. And then here we have the DC Unlimited New 52 Flash. Yeah, I'm actually really digging the DC Unlimited line so far. I have the Batman and the Flash. You know, I might pick up the Superman. But, Injustice Batman also. Yeah, Injustice Batman. And the Wonder Woman. Oh, you know what? I need to stop buying toys. But, yeah. They scale up well together too, so he scales up well with your other DC Universe Classics, DC Unlimited type figures. Now here's Cyborg Superman with some figures from other lines. Here he is with the DC Direct Hawk from Brightest Day. Check him out. You can get him from mycomicsplus.net. That's where I got mine. Really, really awesome. And they don't scale up well together just because he's a DC Direct. They're not meant to scale up with DC Universe Classics. They're meant to scale up with other DC Directs. So, you know, you can't be mad at it. And then here's a Movie Masters, my Ra's al Ghul, since I really don't show him off a lot. I really need a John Blake. I mean, I have like the Broken Bold piece for with my Jim Gordon, but I really need a John Blake. Anyways, yeah, he's a little short, so the Movie Masters are a little small and the DC Directs are a little big, but that's how it usually turns out. So, you know, whatever. So what are my final thoughts on the DC Universe Classics Sinestro Core Cyborg Superman? Well, I love the character. Like, himself. I love the character in the comics. And you know, he's just really, really cool looking figure. It's a cool looking figure itself. I mean, big cape, big cyborg pieces, muscular, you know, Superman, Green Lantern. Green Lantern's like one of my favorite superheroes, so yeah, really cool. Scales up well with your other DC Universe Classics figures, which is always great. And he's just going to look at it in your collection. Fine articulation, great detail and paint. You know, I don't have any complaints about this guy. I really love just the way that the cybernetics turned out, and I think that even though they might have reused some pieces from the last Cyborg Superman, that this figure turned out really, really well. I mean, I feel like I don't have a choice but to give it 5 out of 5. I mean, some of you guys might be like, well, it's not a Hasbro and doesn't have Hasbro articulation, and therefore I don't like it, because I hear people like that all the time, and it kind of gets on my nerves. But, you know, he's a really cool figure for what Mattel has to offer, especially in, like, from this wave. I mean, they're really stepping it up with the DC Unlimiteds, but this guy, I mean, he's got some great detail and some originality to him that we weren't seeing back in that part of the line. So I feel he definitely deserves that 5 out of 5. So yeah, you know what? That is it, you guys. That is it for this figure. So 5 out of 5. Check out mycomicsplus.net and all the other links in the description below, including the Twitter where we'll follow you back, and like our Facebook, second channel, and everything. And there's a coupon code down there for mycomicsplus.net. Get you 10% off of your purchase, and they got plenty of DC figures, Godzilla figures, Marvel figures, all kinds of stuff down there. All kinds of stuff. So check out that site, you guys, and just rate, comment, and subscribe. It's all I can really say. So, yeah, that's it, you guys. 5 out of 5, and I'll see you all later.